All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming this afternoon. Give yourselves a hand for coming out in the heat and for everything that you all contributed to making today a possibility. I'm Caroline Kinney. I am with Urban Atlantic, a proud member of the Hines Urban Atlantic Trident Development Group Master Development Team for the Parks. You're going to hear all about the many folks, most importantly the district, who made today happen. We've got a great run of show for you, and I'm really excited to get to introduce our first speaker, Mr. Donovan Morris from Whole Foods. He is the store team leader, so you know who to find when you need things when you come to the store. But one exciting thing that I learned about Mr. Morris this morning is that he has been with Whole Foods, in fact, their predecessor, for 30 years. He grew up right here in the neighborhood, and he opened 4 of the 8 Whole Foods stores in the district. So Mr. Morris knows what he's doing. I've gotten only high compliments of his staff so far. So with that, I will welcome Mr. Morris to the stage and welcome all of you here today. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. But you know, I know it's warm out here, but can we get a big round of applause for this wonderful development here, guys? Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Whole Foods Market is proud to be the anchor store here at the parks at Walter Reed. We are looking forward to serving this beautiful community. It's amazing. When I was younger, my grandmother's home is on 7th Street, and my brother and I would ride our bikes up and down this from Emory Park to Coolidge High School. We're all over this community. So to see this wonderful transformation, it is so amazing. So I'm happy. It warms my heart. So that's amazing, guys. Of course, I have to thank the Mayor, Mayor Bowser, for her commitment to prioritizing grocery stores in all parts of the district. Thank you, Mayor. But I'm so happy that Whole Foods Market is here, right? Yeah. We're not just here to be here. We're here to be part of the community, guys. And so one of the things that we do is partner up with food rescue organizations to make sure that we're taking food to needy families here in the District of Columbia. And I have Larissa, my marketing person, here, and she'll tell you, I told her, I want food to go to here in the District of Columbia to needy families, and that's what we're doing, and we're doing that every day, guys. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for those who have committed the time to make this happen. Spoke to Ms. Watley earlier. Her and her family did so much. Thank you so much for everyone who did what they did to make this happen. I'm so happy to be here and appreciate everyone. So thank you very much. Look forward to serving you. This store is for you, so please come in and check it out, guys. Thank you. What we got next? Should have passed it on to. Thank you so much. How you doing? Great to see you. Thank you as well. Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. I'm Annie Watley, a proud District of Columbia Ward 4 resident. I'm honored to be here today with Congresswoman Norton, Mayor Bowser, Ward 4 Council Member Louis George, Ward 4 Advisory Neighborhood Commissioners, neighbors, and the entire Walter Reed team to participate in this marketplace ribbon cutting. Today's event reminds us of the significant community building and economic impact that this project has brought to Ward 4 and the District of Columbia. It also highlights the steadfast efforts of so many who contributed to the success we are witnessing here today under the leadership of Mayor Bowser and our community advocates. There are no words to describe the passion and commitment of my husband, Steve, for this project as 4A03 Advisory Neighborhood Commissioner. As you know, for more than 20 years, he served this community with dignity and love, dedicating most of those years making sure that neighbors felt heard and represented as this project progressed. He always tried to make sure that meetings and discussions resulted in everyone feeling that decisions were made fairly and based on what was best for the community. I never saw him give up on any issue, and he always negotiated with confidence and facts. His work with neighbors, city council, city officials, and a highly motivated development team is the result of what we see here today. We are witnessing the opening of Whole Foods and 3 new residential buildings here at the parks at Walter Reed: the Hartley, Kite House, and Common Clover. So fantastic, wouldn't you agree? I'm sure he is smiling in heaven in response to what has been accomplished so far and sending angels to guide us onward and upward. Mayor Bowser, we acknowledge and thank you for being there and staying the course as Ward 4 council member and during your terms as mayor of our great city. We know that these great milestones we are witnessing here today could not have been accomplished without your continuous support of this great project. On behalf of Steve, all of us here today, the many neighbors and the entire Walter Reed team, please help me welcome my dear friend, Mayor Muriel Bowser, the first African-American woman to be elected to 3 4-year terms as mayor of an American city. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Ward 4 and all of Ward 4's friends. We are so proud and happy to welcome you to Walter Reed. Isn't she lovely? I want to thank Annie Watley. Let's give Annie Watley a big round of applause. She's a force of nature in her own right, but I know how proud she is to be Steve Watley's life partner, and he, I know, is very proud of her today as well. I want to acknowledge all of our Ward 4 community members, advisory neighborhood commissioners, people who have been involved in the BRAC process for a long time, right, Alice? Who are celebrating, delivering on their vision. Please hear it for the neighbors of Walter Reed. Give them a round of applause. These people have attended community meetings, testified before the council, testified before the Congress. They never gave up. They tackled very difficult situations. They delivered on beautiful economic development, affordability, historic preservation, recreation, transportation, you name it, they did it. And I couldn't be more proud of them today. I, of course, want to also acknowledge and thank our Congresswoman. Please give a hand to Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. I know when she looks around this campus, she sees a former federal facility that was being well utilized for a long time, like 100 years. And then it was being underutilized. And then she looked around and she saw jobs for D.C. residents, housing for D.C. residents, housing for the district's seniors, housing for the formerly homeless, more tax dollars and revenue, more business for D.C. local entrepreneurs right here on 66 acres on 16th Street, Georgia Avenue, in the heart of Ward 4. And then she said to herself, how can I get that? She knows how to get it. And we're not finished yet, are we, Congresswoman? There's a lot more that we can do in looking at our underutilized federal lands, and you know what I'm talking about, to turn those into jobs and housing for DC residents. But I'm also really excited for our DC government team, led by our big deal team at DMPED. Let's give them a big round of applause. Where is our executive director for Walter Reed, Randall Clark? Where's Randall? There he is. Give Randall a big round of applause. He is our government executive leading this development process, and also a longtime neighbor, first in Brightwood and now in Shepherd Park. I, too, want to recognize the teams that are delivering this project to us at Hines. Let's hear it for Hines and Urban Atlantic and Trident for delivering on this beautiful project. And as we continue to go, we know they're going to be right here with us every step of the way. I'm proud to be the mayor delivering this project. I was proud to work on it as a council member and also work on it as an ANC commissioner. I want to acknowledge your council member, Janice Lewis-George, as well as your former council member, Brandon Todd. I want to thank you, Brandon, for your work. And I also want to thank all of the businesses that are stuck in here with us and are here to celebrate. We talked about a grocery store for a long, long time. And I was so happy to hear the Whole Foods manager who was speaking here. But we've fought long and hard for what we wanted. This community knew what it wanted in terms of delivering on all of the retail. And we've had many discussions. They started in Texas about how we would get Whole Foods here. They culminated in many talks and conversations and hard negotiations. So I want to acknowledge the Whole Foods team as well as the development team who ensured that we would keep our promises to this community. So let me just review a few numbers. Today we're celebrating nearly 500 new units of housing in Ward 4. Nearly 20% of them being below market rate. We're celebrating new green and new retail space, as well as our wonderful grocery. Eventually, we will deliver here over 2,000 units of housing, including over 400 units of affordable housing and 3 million square feet of mixed-use space. These numbers don't tell the entire story. Projects like this are really about the people. People like Donovan, who is turning this grocery store into a community space. People like Annie Wadley. People like Alice Giancola, my longtime friend, who has never stopped on this project. Layla Batiste and Cheryl Newman, and so many others who have served on the Walter Reed Advisory Committee. So you hear me talking a lot about the district's comeback, and while many of those strategies are focused on the downtown, others focus on neighborhood centers like this one. What our vision is that no matter where you live in Washington, D.C., you have quality amenities. Grocery, schools, parks, access to great transportation, and safety. We know when we close those amenity gaps for more Washingtonians, Washington becomes affordable to more people. And so we're going to keep pushing here in Ward 4 and Ward 7, Ward 8, in all 8 wards, so that we can deliver on those promises as well. We rely so much on our Congresswoman to help us add space to the district, to make sure that we are using every available parcel to fill the gaps in our amenity availability across the city. And it has been my pleasure to work with her not only on Walter Reed, but on the Wharf, at St. Elizabeth's. And if you haven't been to St. Elizabeth's lately, please check it out. And I am proud to stand with her today as we celebrate the opening of another grocery store in Washington, D.C., and more affordable housing for D.C. residents. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking and welcoming our Congresswoman, Eleanor Holmes Norton.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bowser. I am so pleased to join all of you today for the ribbon cutting to celebrate the opening of the new Whole Foods at Market Plaza and 3 new residential buildings, Kite House, Common Clover, and the Hartley. Congratulations. During my service in Congress, I have been successful in getting a considerable amount of unused or underutilized federal land transferred to the District of Columbia to redevelop entire neighborhoods and generate tax revenue for the District of Columbia. I fought to ensure that at least 67 acres of the 110-acre Walter Reed Army Medical Center campus would go to the district for redevelopment. As a result of the base realignment and closure or BRAC process, D.C. was initially awarded a smaller portion of this site. But in 2010, I got the General Services Administration to declare a significant larger portion as surplus property that could be used by the district. This transfer was made permanent by the deed signing ceremony in 2014. The old Walter Reed Army Medical Center will now become the Walter Reed Marketplace, a vibrant space offering residences and retail. Residents can choose among a variety of housing options, from apartments and condominiums to co-living residential communities. These residents will also feature much needed affordable housing and veterans senior housing units. The Whole Foods will anchor the new neighborhood, and a plaza on Georgia Avenue will provide a welcoming open air space for our community to enjoy. Thank you for inviting me to speak today, and I am pleased to witness this significant milestone, and I look forward to seeing the continuing development of the Walter Reed Marketplace. Thank you very much.
Thank you to our warrior on the Hill, Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. She is a shero. She is a civil rights leader, activist. This is a hero in your presence, and we got to give her, I want to hear a better round of applause for Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. I I will keep it brief because I know the Parks has prepared an amazing celebration for us today with music, drinks, food, giveaways, live artists, and more. But today is a landmark day for Ward 4. We are adding more people to our diverse, vibrant, and inclusive community, and we are expanding the parks with new housing, retail, grocery store that will serve Ward 4 and draw visitors from all of the D.C. and surrounding region. But it has truly taken a village to get us to this point. So I want to take a moment to thank some of the pivotal people who made today possible. Every member who has served on the Community Advisory Council, better known as the CAC, and every resident who advocated for the parks to be all it can be. They were in meetings sometimes till 11 o'clock at night, giving of their time freely to be able to advocate for this community. That includes our Shepherd Park Citizens Association, our Brightwood Park Community Association, and to all of our amazing past and present ANC's 4A and 4B commissioners, especially our new commissioner, Commissioner Christian Hara, and who represents the parks, Commissioner Patience Singleton, our mighty chair of 4A, and to our immediate south, Commissioner Joan Hoyt, to our immediate north representing Shepherd Park. Our commissioners give of their time, late days and late nights. Our 4A and 4B commissioners are phenomenal. Thank you for all you do for this community. There is one commissioner in particular, though. Whenever we gather here, my thoughts always turn to the late, great Commissioner Stephen Watley, who helped shape the parks through years of thoughtful engagement, community advocacy, and hard work. Today is for him, too. From Stephen Watley to every neighbor who has been a part of this process, our community played an incredibly important role. So today, we celebrate as a community. I also want to recognize Mayor Bowser and her administration for seeing through the vision for the parks, Director Keith Anderson and our partners at DMPED for all their hard work and coordination, my predecessor, Brandon Todd, and his entire team, especially Cheryl and Dolly, and of course, our development partners, Hines, Trident, and Urban Atlantic, the entire team. You know who you are. Thank you. When I think about the impact of Whole Foods and other retail opening at the parks, I think of our seniors at Abrams Hall who deserve this amazing grocery store. I think about our veterans at our Help USA building who have served this country with dignity and honor and now have a place of dignity and housing to live. And to our seniors at Karen Our House, our So Others Might Eat, that ensures that neighbors who formerly unhoused, permanent supportive housing have housing right here at this campus and a grocery store and amenities to go with it. This is a game changer for them and their quality of life. It is always a cause for celebration when we have new public spaces, especially when they are as beautiful and inviting as Marketplace Plaza. Great public spaces have the ability to activate our neighborhoods and foster relationships between neighbors. I'm excited to see how the new plaza will animate life at the parks, space for people to gather, relax, enjoy music and the arts, recreate and play, some of which we already have seen from the amazing work that this team has done to make this a community already. I also think about the new housing that is being unveiled today, more importantly, and what it means for communities. These are not just residential units. These are homes where Ward 4 residents can put down their roots in our community, where residents can grow their families and raise their children, where seniors will be able to age in place with dignity and enjoy their lives, and where future generations of Washingtonians can call home. As we confront a housing crisis that has pushed so many of our neighbors, we know that building all kinds of new housing and expanding our housing supply is critical for preventing further displacement and making D.C. a place where more and more families can stay and thrive. New buildings are one thing, but days like today are even more important because they bring us all together and they forge the parks at Walter Reed into the vibrant and welcoming community we all want it to be. I'm talking about a community that will serve all of the current and incoming residents at the park, but also a community that will regularly welcome neighbors from the historic communities around the parks. Our neighbors at Brightwood, Shepherd Park, Tacoma, Colonial Village, North Portal Estates, those communities also shape the parks and embrace the vision behind it. So it's only fitting that they get to benefit from the many amazing amenities we have here, including Marketplace Plaza. So on behalf of our community, I will end how I started. This is a landmark day for Ward 4. Let's celebrate it. I now have the honor of introducing our final speaker, Katie Wysek from the Hines Development Team. And me and Katie promised we did not coordinate this pink. It just happened. Thank you, Katie.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests and dear residents of the parks at Walter Reed and our surrounding community. My name is Katie Wysek, and I am honored to represent Hines and our development partners, Urban Atlantic and Trident Development Group. Today, we gather here to celebrate a momentous occasion, the culmination of years of hard work and dedication with the completion of not one, but 3 buildings, the Hartley, Kite House, and Common Clover, plus the Market Plaza where we gather here today, and the eagerly anticipated Whole Foods Market. This event marks the beginning of a new era for the parks at Walter Reed. Take a moment to picture what was here before. The 2.5 million square foot brutalist Walter Reed Army Medical Center Hospital, which loomed about 50 feet taller than the Hartley behind us. It served as an important place for healing and treatment of our armed service members, but was closed in 2011. And recall, a fence spanned all along Georgia Avenue with only secured and gated entrances to the campus. In its place, we envisioned opening and embracing Georgia Avenue with a grocery-anchored marketplace, a best-in-class plaza, new roads that connected the city grid, and housing of all types, affordable and market-rate apartments, luxury condos, and co-living homes. Today, we can celebrate that vision coming to life. Thank you. What sets the parks apart and makes it an oasis in the heart of DC are its open green spaces and plazas tied together with historic and new buildings. The plaza and buildings you see here today took years of community collaboration, design, and construction, and we are very grateful to the community for all of their feedback, which made this a better project. For the food and retail enthusiasts among us, you will soon find delectable dining options, financial services, salon, pet care, and more to come. Today, we are excited not just to commemorate the grand opening, but to welcome our new retailers and invite you all to experience their amazing offerings. Whole Foods Market, Ginya, Chase Bank, Nail Saloon, The Charmery, Slice and Pie, and District Dogs are all here. Please check them out on 12th Street. There are many people who dedicated huge amounts of effort and investment to make this vision a reality. You know who you are. I cannot thank you all individually, but we extend our heartfelt gratitude. I would especially like to thank my project and construction management colleagues that worked tirelessly on the execution of this project. And now thank you to all of our key contributors, including our architects, Torty Gallus and Hickok Cole, our landscape architect for this plaza, Omi Van Sweden, our civil engineer, Bowman, and the full design team. Thank you to the general contractors, CBG and McCullough Construction Company, our investors and lenders, Bridge Investment Group, Grosvenor, Santander, Eagle Bank, Tri-State Capital Bank, and Bank OZK. Thank you to our property management teams and our legal teams and our retail broker, CBRE. Thank you to our community and district partners, including the Community Advisory Committee, ANC4A, ANC4B. Thank you to our Congresswoman Norton, our Ward 4 Council Member Louis George. And last, thank you to Mayor Bowser and the team at the Deputy Mayor for Planning and Economic Development, our public partner on this project. As you can tell, there were a lot of collaborators on this project to make this come to life. As we gather here, surrounded by the beauty of this space, let us also take a moment to remember and honor an individual who played a pivotal role in making this vision a reality, as previously stated, our late ANC 4A Commissioner, Steve Whatley. Throughout the planning of and development of the parks at Walter Reed, Commissioner Whatley embraced the spirit of partnership. He worked closely with the development team to ensure that the community's voice was heard and respected. We extend our gratitude to his family, particularly Mrs. Annie Whatley, for sharing him with us, and I would like to offer a small token of our appreciation memorializing Mr. Whatley's commitment to this project. And we have that somewhere here. Oh, thank you. Please come to the stage. But really, his legacy lives on through this vibrant place that creates a space for gathering, a symbol of his dedication to community. And next, as we cut the ribbon, let us celebrate this moment together, for this development represents more than bricks and mortar. This remarkable project stands as a testament to the power of collaboration and dedication. It embodies the spirit of community, offering a place where families can thrive, friendships can flourish, and new memories can be formed. So with that, please go enjoy yourself, create some new memories, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Good afternoon. We're now going to take our ribbon cutting photos to the left of the stage. So if you are a project partner that Katie named or received an email from me, please come to the left of the stage. And now I'd like to hang out and hear the Experience Band. So enjoy yourselves.